Temperatures are heating up, and for older adults, high temperatures can mean health issues in addition to comfort issues. Here to tell us about indoor activities and recreation, as well as socialization and nutritional opportunities, is Carolyn Merrill, Council on Aging of West Florida's Activity Coordinator. Carolyn, thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me, Jeff.
Well, you just do a great job as Activities Coordinator, and I know that it means really you're wearing lots of different hats. But tell us a little bit about your role as Activities Coordinator for the Council on Aging of West Florida.
Well, I coordinate with the congregate meal programs for all types of activities for seniors. It also includes speakers for the centers and field trips. We also have camp once a year. That's a 3-day camp, and that was in April. And coming up in August, the 5th and 6th, I'm going to have a rummage sale at the Beulah Center to provide funds for camp for next year.
Well, we'll have you back on to talk about that closer till. Well, you mentioned the congregate meal programs and meal sites. Tell everybody exactly what that is, what that means.
This is where seniors 60 or older can come and do activities. It's 5 days a week, and have a nutritious lunch also at the same time. So
where are these centers located? Are they throughout the two-county area?
Yes, and we have a list of those.
Okay, and where can people, if people wanted to see that list, do they just go to our website, or how could they find that information?
Yes, or call the Council on Aging if they want to get an idea of one that might be the closest. We can help them do that.
Okay.
By calling.
So these sites pretty much are open, say, from like 9 to 1, give or take a little bit, and then they also serve lunch as well, correct?
Right, yeah. They'll come in and do an activity prior to lunch, and then some sites serve at 11, some at 11:30, just depending.
Okay. Well, do the activities vary from site to site or day to day? How could, is it published in advance what's going to be going on?
Yes, generally it is. Now I go to each site usually once a month, and then I have also a helper in Santa Rosa that goes and does some crafts. I have a calendar that I make each month that shows this, and it shows the speakers that will be at the sites, and also the Mission in Motion van that comes from Sacred Heart has a health screening, and they go to different sites during the month, and that's all on that calendar. And then if the particular site has things, then they'll post what they're doing.
Okay. Well, I know, for example, the Meals on Wheels program, there's a waiting list and some assessment criteria. What about for congregate meals?
No waiting list. We welcome participants to that.
So is there any charge for the meal?
We ask a $2 donation. If a participant can't afford that, then it's whatever they want to donate. We have a can there, and they just put whatever they want to in it.
Well, that's great. So no waiting list and $2 or less for a great nutritious meal.
Right, can't beat the price.
And lots of new friends and fun, huh?
That's right.
What kind of feedback did you get from the people who participate in the activities?
Oh, they really enjoy it. I mean, I always see smiling faces whenever I go to the center. So.
Well, for example, our next guest will actually be talking about something else, but he also does bingo. Tell us a little bit about the what people feel about these things.
Oh, I think bingo is probably the favorite of all of the activities that they do. We play for prizes, of course, and we have other activities besides the bingo, and it depends. Different days, the different sites do theirs. They play dominoes and checkers. Some sites have quilting. Beulah and Cantonment have a ceramic center. Some sites have pool tables. There is some computers is actually at some of the sites too, and card games. It just depends. Puzzles depends on what the participants at that particular site like to do. So we try to accommodate that.
So they have a role in deciding what these activities are and things like that. Well, I know it sounds like it's a great idea, the no waiting list, $2 or less, but also we have to be good stewards of our resources. Does someone have to enroll or make a reservation? How do you manage the correct number of meals per person?
Well, we ask that you call in a day ahead. If you want to start the program, you call in a day ahead by 12:30. And let the site manager know that you want to be there the next day, and then she will sign you up and enroll you in the program. And then you just let her know, you know, the dates that you're coming, because she does need to know ahead of time.
Right. So we can have, and so you can have plenty of bingo cards and
Right.
games and supplies for the activities. Well, what kind of feedback do you get from the volunteers and others who help you? What do they get out of it, or what do they see?
Well, they know that they're, and the volunteers usually are the same ages as the participants. It's just that they like to go above and beyond, I think, a lot of times. And, of course, we have some volunteers, you know, that are more able-bodied. So, and I have some wonderful volunteers that really, they love to pitch in and help. I couldn't have had camp if I hadn't had my volunteers, because that's
Well, tell us a little bit about the camp.
It's a 3-day camp over in Alabama. We don't have any spare time. We keep doing things the whole time. We have activities in the mornings that usually may be a craft. And we have 3 meals a day, which we all go home, I think, 10 pounds heavier than we left. Then the first night we have a big bingo game. And then on the second night we usually get some type of entertainment that comes in. This past year we had a clown, and they had a lot of fun with that. They learned how to tie balloons, you know, make the dogs and things out of balloons. I think they all enjoyed that.
Good. That sounds like a lot of fun. And again, you know, we're keeping people indoors and offering this and reminding people that this exists in these numerous sites throughout the 2 county areas, so that they can get into a nice, cool environment for part of the day. Well, you mentioned the importance of volunteers. I believe you're also interested in recruiting some new volunteers.
Yes,
is that correct? Tell us a little bit about that.
Right now, we need some volunteers to drive some of the vans. I can't, because I take on field trips and things, and a lot of times I need like 2 vans. I can drive 1 usually, but I also need a volunteer for that. And also then some of the sites have vans that they go out and pick up participants, and we always need volunteers for those sites.
So there's always opportunity to either get involved as a volunteer, or for those over 60 to come and actually participate as a participant in the meal program.
That's true. That's true.
So what kind of feedback do you get about the meals? How are they?
I think they enjoy most of them. Hamburgers is their favorite. And then we have, like, in the winter they'll have chili. In summer we have tuna salads, and we have chicken and dumplings, spaghetti, different things like that. And then they have a vegetable and a potato to go with it, and a dessert, and milk. It's all balanced nutrition.
Well, great. Well, balanced nutrition, indoor activities, and lots of fun. Sounds like a win-win. Carolyn, thank you for being here.
Thank you.